pitch from Lynn. And a shot to left center field. Back she goes. Are you kidding me? Gabby Marino hits it out anyway, and it's 4-0 Diamondbacks.
Arizona Diamondbacks victorious last night at Chase. Fun. This is something fun that we can all enjoy. A respite from the bad news.
From reality.
And so the Diamondbacks do the unthinkable. They sweep the Dodgers. I guess we were looking this up, Chad. It was like 5,000 to 1 odds or something that the Diamondbacks in June would head to the World Series, or win the World Series, I guess we should say. So let's talk to Luke Lapinski. He's joining us in studio. He's at the ball game last night, co-host of the Wolf and Luke show on Arizona Sports. He's the Tom Cruise of KTAR. He's a beautiful man. Hello, Luke.
What's going on, guys?
Man, that was history last night. So what was the atmosphere like? Because we talked yesterday. Is it going to be 50-50 with the Dodgers fans in blue or the Diamondbacks fans in their red? 80-20? D-backs? 70-30?
I would say, honestly, like 90-10. And maybe even like 95-5, because it sounded like the only real collection of Dodgers fans was right in front of us down the first base side. But, I mean, D-backs fans were fired up. David Peralta, the former D-back, had made comments that it was going to be home field for the Dodgers.
Did he really think that?
I don't know, but it did not look that way at all. I mean, that crowd was the most fired up I've seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
It was open. You got beautiful atmosphere of the night, and the crowd was great from what I heard, which is, let's be real, it's not always that way. Even, it's like everybody jumps on the bandwagon, but it feels like there's a little movement here, and it's one of those things where this is the little team that could. Mm-hmm. It's what it feels like. Scrappy, kind of, just throw all hands on deck.
Not scared.
Not scared.
No,
Play with house money.
No, absolutely. And we all love the underdog, right? Otherwise, why are we even looking at sports? There's so many stats coming out of that series, but the one that the Diamondbacks never trailed for the entire series. I believe the stat is they were up by at least 2 runs for 25 of the 27 innings. I mean, it was like the Dodgers weren't even there. And then the celebration afterwards, I left 2+ hours after the game. There were still people on the field, and I'm sure they were there for a while.
And you say people on the field, the Diamondbacks players, because they jumped in the pool last night.
They did. It was just funny, like doing the coverage afterwards and talking to certain people around the team, and then it's like, okay, well, this person's not at the podium because they're in the swimming pool right now, and you go out on the field and there's a bunch of friends and family and reporters. I mean, it was just, in the crowd stayed around to cheer. We haven't seen that with this organization in 6 years at least.
Yep. Diamondbacks beat the Dodgers. They head to the National League Championship Series. When is that going to start again?
Monday.
All right, starts Monday in either Philly or Atlanta, correct?
Yep.
Okay, then they'll come back here on Thursday, from what I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so Luke Lapinski's joining us, co-host Wolf and Luke show. Okay, you were you were at the game, you went into the mess that was a total, champagne party.
Yeah.
Did you get hit with the champagne? Were your eyes burning? What is that like to be in a locker room where that happens?
You can't not get hit by the champagne.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I happened to wander in there 6 years ago. It was like one of the first times that I was covering it when they made the playoffs, and I got soaked that time. So this time I was a little smarter about it. And,
Did you bring goggles?
I did not have goggles. I didn't say I was smart about it. I said I was just a little bit smarter.
I always see the guys with their ski goggles when they're there.
What I didn't realize is there was a whole tub of goggles that you could have easily just picked up and used, and I just didn't.
You don't want to do that.
No.
You're a tough guy.
Well,
yeah, you don't need that. So what? It burns.
Yeah.
Anybody pour anything on your head?
No.
Okay.
Nobody
did any of that.
No. 6 years ago, I couldn't get the champagne smell out of my clothes, and I had to go to the grocery store afterwards to pick stuff up, and people were like, what's this guy's problem?
Well, so we heard it just a second ago with the Pitbull Party song, and obviously the quote in there is from their skipper, their manager, Torey Lavello, and Lavello, sorry. And it was let's party. This is what he said on the post game. This guy is a character.
I'm going to go on a bender. I'm telling you. I might disappear for 24 hours.
Nice.
I mean,
Chad's suddenly a D-backs fan.
He likes to party. He's going on a bender. Has anybody heard from this guy, or did he just get out of the bar downtown Phoenix? Did he go to Scottsdale last night? I mean, that is hilarious. He said that on national television, which I find like he's just to me seems he's so over the moon happy. And I wonder if he's surprised that they're there. I think you have to be. If you're asking yourself honestly, and you're Torey Lovello, aren't you surprised that you're there? It's great that you're there. You deserve to be there. Got to be surprised because nobody thought this would happen.
Well, you got to remember, too, 2 years ago they lost 110 games.
Right,
and
exactly.
Everything went wrong that could have that year.
They were probably drinking. He's like, I'm going to go drink now.
But it was different. It wasn't fun.
What year was that? That was 2 years ago.
That was 2021.
Well, this is what he said 2 years ago.
I'm going to go on a bender. I'm telling you.
Okay, so there you go. He was probably on a bender then, too, because they were losing.
We had the over-under. We were trying to set it on the show today. When does somebody hear from Torey Lovello again? We went with tomorrow afternoon because he typically is a very calm, collected. He's a very intelligent manager. That's what makes this so fun is because he keeps just losing it after each series win, and the players love it. And can you imagine if they win 2 more rounds and win the championship?
Oh, my God. It's crazy.
I think he might rent Scottsdale out.
They'll just give it to him.
We got to put
They
him
might
in
just.
What happened? Well, his liver. And, he couldn't stand winning anymore. His liver gave out.
Crazy month.
Here's the thing. Luke Lapinski's joining us from
Sober
Arizona
October.
Sports. Right. It's funny because, all right, the Diamondbacks manager went on a bender, as he just said. Do you think he's going to be sober for game 1?
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Nice hit.
The best part is how all these guys respond to how just out there he has been after the last 2 series
And he's
wins.
never been like this.
No,
He's close to the vest when he speaks and all that kind of
publicly,
stuff.
yes. Publicly, absolutely.
Not
That's
anymore.
no. That is out the window
That
and
is
in the
out
pool.
window.
So, what's next? Maybe the Braves or Phillies, if you had to choose.
I would choose Atlanta. They look. Philadelphia is almost as hot as the Diamondbacks. So I mean,
wow.
I don't think it really matters. Either the Diamondbacks are going to play the way they've been playing and they're going to win again, or they're going to trail off and they're not. But I'd rather play Atlanta than Philadelphia.
Interesting. One last thing. This is not. You mentioned something about underdogs. I don't think America wants to see an underdog. I think that America likes. Well, it's the Yankees-Dodgers World Series. If we're talking about a Texas Rangers-Arizona Diamondbacks World Series, America's going to hate that. Now, we'll like it here because in Arizona, we don't care who we play.
Baseball's a regional sport, man. It is. The Yankees and Dodgers are separate from that. Yeah. Baseball's a regional sport outside of that.
But America won't like the Diamondbacks because they don't have these massive players other than maybe Corbin Carroll and maybe a few pitchers, Zach Allen. But I mean, it is interesting because, a lot of people said Bob Costas was very anti-Diamondbacks. I like Bob Costas. I think some people, they don't like the history of the game, so they don't like his analysis of, hey, he brings back something from 1970, and I don't think people appreciate that. I don't know why. I thought he was fine. I really didn't think he was anti-Diamondback, but who cares if he is? Doesn't matter.
And that's it. I mean, the rest of the country, if they don't like the World Series, who cares about that either?
Yeah,
because the Arizona sports fans have suffered long enough, and if the Diamondbacks are going to the World Series, everybody in New York can deal with it. But, with the Costas thing, I didn't get to hear it last night because it was at the game, but you're right. A lot of people have been like, it almost sounds like he went in just so convinced the Dodgers were going to win that he didn't.
You mean like everybody else?
He went in like he had money on it.
Chad said it, not me.
I don't think he had any money on it. I think he's got all the money in the world.
He doesn't like the wild card. He has never liked the wild card. So maybe, but that's, those are the rules, and the D-backs got in, and now they're on a run.
All right. Luke Lapinski, Wolf and Luke Show, Arizona Sports. He's the Tom Cruise of KTAR. He's a beautiful man. Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, guys.